Hey guys, this is Yuji. I wanted to make a series of videos to take advantage of encouraging you guys throughout the week whenever you get the chance. And I thought, why not take advantage of YouTube and give you guys encouraging videos when I get the opportunity to do so. And so I hope this blesses you. I'm just going to share with you a little bit about what I've been learning from my study in the Word through BSF and other programs that I've been part of. Today I was reading Hebrews chapter 13, and it's very interesting because at this point in the book, the author of Hebrews, whoever he is, has been building up an idea of being aware of the spiritual world that we cannot see. And by doing this, he gives an exhortation, a series of exhortations of things to do and things not to do, that concludes the entirety of his book. And if you ever get a chance to read the book of Hebrews, it's absolutely epic. But I want to get to the verse that really caught my attention and literally jumped out of the page for me as I read it this morning. And it's in Hebrews chapter 13, verses 1 and 2. And it says this: keep on, and this is the exhortation, keep on loving each other as brothers, and do not forget to entertain strangers. For by doing so, some people have entertained angels without even knowing it. And I remember instantaneously the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, when Abraham and Lot welcomed strangers into their town, and it was their primary practice. That's what they did. They were just a welcoming, natured culture, and the law of hospitality was deep into their hearts. And so when they accepted these angels without even knowing it, they realized that when they talked to them, when they talked to these messengers, they weren't just talking to supernatural beings, but they were in some sense talking to the Lord. And I remember what Jesus said. And he said, things that you do for the least of these cups of water that you give me, this cold drink, this cold glass, you do for me. And I want to encourage you here today to take Hebrews chapter 13, verses 1 and 2 to heart. That you carry on in loving each other, especially strangers that God has put into your life, because you never know when you'll be entertaining an angel. And I don't know whether or not you ever will. Can't promise you. In fact, chances are for you to entertain an angel is quite slim. But I think the point being made here is this, is that the very things that we do have a significant spiritual impact on the futures of people's lives. In a couple of days, I'm planning to go back to Los Angeles and meet back with some of the friends that I left behind. And while many of them don't go to church anymore, quite a few of them do. And I'm really excited to meet them because they have already made their attempts to meet me here in Northern California. And I realize that the long-lasting relationships that I have had with them over the 8 or so years will have a significant spiritual, eternal impact. Whether I realized it or not, the first day I met them as strangers. So I want to encourage you to be mindful of the people that you meet at school during this finals week. Even though it is just as tough and distracting to think about all the grades that you need to get, how many points you need to score on every single assignment, not to mention how much time you need to spend studying, I just want to remind you that don't forget about the significant spiritual impact you can make on people's lives at the moment you wake up till the time that you go to bed. Don't ever forget that there's a spiritual world out there. There's a battle that is being taking place. And whether you're ready for it or not, I think God calls each and every one of us to be ready and to never lay ourselves down in forgetting to love our brothers and sisters, whether or not they know Christ or not. I hope this encourages you. I pray that you are blessed, and I wish that, my friends, you guys would be able to be the salt of the earth for God's kingdom. Much blessings.